What is going on, my friends of the YouTube land? Now, hopefully this video will be a lot louder than the last one because I changed my microphone settings and okay. So, anyways, I decided to go off today to the Serebii n00bs of Scottish lands and find some noob tubes to play. So, basically, here we go. I'll lead off with my Frostlass, the icy frosty, and he exes me, and I was like, sorry, what? I thought you were a ninja. You're supposed to protect, /sub/swords dance, which is why I taunt you. But apparently you don't want to do that, Ninjask, so whatever, try and hit me with Exeter. Then go for a facade, yes, because that makes perfect sense to me. I see where you're going with that, predicting my switch to something that is actually weak to it, which is nothing, because normal is not effective on nothing anyway. I'm basically setting up my spikes here, and I didn't even notice he got a crit there, jeez. Actually, my Frostlass should have had much more HP by this point, but anyway, he got a crit there, and I'm thinking of switching here, but I'm thinking I want to get 3 layers of spikes and kill him with an ice beam. So if I could please do that, that would be nice. I noticed that it does about 85 bits of damages to me with Exeter, so I know that with 99 health I can live another one, kill it with an ice beam and switch right out, which is exactly what I want to do. So I set up my 3 layers of spikes. It's going to be very nice for later on, and ice beam and down in an earlier round. You're going down at Ninjask. So yeah. I'm getting my lefties here, which is all nice, and I like Frostlass lead. It's really cool. So this is basically some kind of pseudo Sandstorm team I'm trying out, but it's kind of cool anyway. So did I just say Sandstorm team? I meant Hail. Sorry, jeez, I'm such an idiot. Anyway, I go for the ice beam on the Chomp because Chomps in Mario are banned as well as in Wi-Fi. So if you ever see one, just tell the guy he's a noob and he shouldn't be using it. But this guy's a noob and he's using it, but you know, whatever, he's a noob. Don't question the morality / motives of noobs. Anyways, he brings in a T-Tar, which kind of ruins my plans for Hail because he brings up his own Sandstorm, and I go to my Batman because I know he's probably going to crunch me, and then Batman can take an unevied T-Tar any day, especially if it's Japanese, because, you know, Japanese T-Tars suck on my ball. So he switches out. He goes to Cress. Now, Cress is a real pain in the ass, even if it is a noob Cress. I'm going to have to do something about that thing. So I want to switch out to like my Yeti to get up Hail, because that means that I can use Hail on my other guy, Bucket, who a lot of people were asking me to bring back Bucket because he's awesome win source, and I decided to eventually bring him back. Currently here, I was actually typing in Magnitude's Wikipedia page because Wikitubia. I myself started that, decided to write a Wikitubia entry for Magnitude, which eventually will be finished when I finish writing it. And some reason I just took long typing and crap. Anyway, I switch here and I go to Yeti, and Yeti has a Hailsness, which is going to do a lot to the Cresselia because it's damages, but he ice beams me, which isn't going to do too much, even though it does a decent amount. I mean, considering it's a Cress and stuff. And I set up my Hail, so I'm not going to stay in here because I only have the Blizzard and the Leech Seed and the Focus Punch, so I'm not going to stay in because that's just boring. So I go out to Bucket, because Bucket can take Psychics all day long, hit him with a Toxic, and once he's hit with the Toxic, that's him, he's down, because I can protect Substall, because Bucket is just such win, and I love this thing. And apparently it is from Smogon. Apparently it is a legit quad flawless shiny Wolverine, which was traded to me by, I think, Twash some time ago. It's either Twash or someone else a while back, but it is very awesome and very win. Anyway, he has a Shell Bell Cress, which is just lol as anything, and I'm hailing. The Halen's coming down. It's healing me with my ice body, and the Toxic hits him, but at this point, he decides that he is a noob, does not want to hurt his win-loss record, and thus flicks that switch on the side of his DS, or on the front, dependent on what DS he was using. Anyways, we go into another match here, which is against a guy called Guy, because I decided to call him Guy. And someone's on Skype, Sasha, while I'm narrating, and out comes Frosty, which is just like so coincidental. I don't even believe that just happened. happened. Anyway, I'll talk to you in a minute, but let me finish this narration first, okay? Anyways, I go out to Frosty, and he goes out to Yanmega. Now, this guy seemed to kind of know what he was doing, but then again, really didn't know what he was doing at all. So first of all, Hypnosis hits, which I think, you know, he must be having no guard on that thing or some crap, because that just hit, and I'm like, what? So I go out to my Pikachu, which is funny. He uses Ancient Power, and yeah, it gets a crit, which I was like, what? Are you kidding me? A crit Ancient Power? And I thought he got the boost there, but it was just a speed boost at the end. Anyways, he goes for Hypnosis again. I'm like, dude, Sleep Claws? Seriously? Do you know rules online? Pokiesmans? No, do you not? Anyways, the guy apparently didn't know what Sleep Claws was. Later on, he was mentioning Xenon 3120, and then he baton passes. I'm like, what? What? Are you kidding me? That's just illegal. That's plain illegal. Anyway, he goes out to a Pikachu of his own, which is very funny because I actually have a Heatran named Pikachu. I luckily get the first turn Wake and Fire Blast him, and he goes down, which is like, wow, jeez, that was some pretty cool stuff. Anyway, that I was just like, do you know the rules of Wi-Fi? I was like, Yanmega does not get baton pass. And he was like to me, actually, Bulbapedia says that it does. I'm like, no, it doesn't. It does not get baton pass. And he's like, well, Xenon 3120 uses Bulbapedia. I'm like, I don't care if he uses Bulbapedia or if he doesn't use Bulbapedia. Yanmega does not get baton pass. Full stop. Go ask him if you want. He will give you the same answer as I did. But it does not. Anyway, breaking Sleep Claws and all that crap, and eventually I go out to my Yeti. Now, he pretty much has a weird Milotic, which has Aqua Ring, Substitute, Surf, and some other junk, which I didn't even bother to find out what it was. I don't think he even used it in this match, but pretty much what happens here is that I set up my Yeti, and none of his guys can touch my Yeti. He basically has like an Aggron, a T-Tar, and like an Umbreon, which are all weak to Focus Punch. Yet Milotic will eventually go down to Leech Seed, Focus Punching, and crap. He has a Yanmega, which is weak to Blizzard, and his team is just friggin' weak to this thing. So this is like, if some people remember my game against, I can't even remember who it was some guy from O&M way back when I did a lead-off sweep with my Mrs. T. I just subbed and basically swept his entire team. This is basically the same junk, just with a Yeti instead. So I don't know what to talk about really here. I might just speed it up very quickly right now. I might just edit that quickly so I can speed it up even more. But if you want to watch this, then you'll feel free to watch me destroy some noob as I talk over the top. But anyway, yeah, in the chat, I'll actually post the chat in the description, down below in the description, doobly-doo. And by the way, I was just wondering, where did doobly-doo come from? Because we were talking about this the other day, like me and some other people, while I was on the live stream. And I'm pretty sure that doobly-doo came from Mystery Guitar Man originally. And then my friend seemed to think that it came from Phil, what's his name's actually Phil, and I didn't. I thought it was Mystery Guitar Man. Then some other people like, oh, it came from Ray William Johnson. I'm like, who did it actually come from? And then Capri Sun used it. I know Capri Sun got it from other people, but seriously, where did that come from? Please tell me, someone. I'm pretty sure it came from Mystery Guitar Man originally. Anyway, as I was saying, I'm just getting off track here. It doesn't really matter because you're just watching me sweep some guy with a Yeti, and Yeti's a pro as crap. Look at that. And by the way, this guy has question marks all the way along his name, showing not only that he like hacks because he gave baton pass to a Yanmega, but also that he just is stupid. Why the hell would you have question marks on your name? Anyway, I'll post the chat that we had in the description, and that was alright, pretty funny, kind of, not really. And he was like, hey, do you have a YouTube account? I was like, yeah, Emperor's Nub, I'm a mosh pit guy. And he was like, oh my god, reallies? And he's like, I didn't know you were that well known onto YouTube. And I'm like, well, I'm not really, but whatever you think, guy. And his name was iPown, which is just pure irony right there, absolute irony. So yeah, it's pretty funny. But yeah, go have a look, read that if you would so wish to, as an accompaniment to this game. I'm sorry that I didn't have any chance to get any decent battles going. I mean, the other day I was sitting around and I was trying to get some games, but it was the day when the UK's Wi-Fi was just screwed up as hell, the day before Other M came out here, and I got Other M yesterday, started playing, it's pretty awesome. So if you have Other M / are playing Other M currently, then please let me know, because you know, it's an awesome game and stuff. Anyways, moving on from that, I was saying Wi-Fi was junk the other day in the UK, and everywhere else it was fine. And today, yeah, it's been good today. I'm guessing the only reason it DC'd was because that other guy DC'd, although I did try and play another guy and he wouldn't even connect to me, so I'm guessing that his location is somewhere else, because the UK's Wi-Fi is pretty fine, according to me anyway. I mean, I've managed to have battles which are okay today. I'm going to try and do some more, so I have some stuff to post over the weekend and stuff. Also, I started Sonic Advance on my Let's Play channel, so if you would be kind enough to go and check out my Let's Play channel and have a look at Sonic Advance, because it's a really cool game and I do like it and it is very fun. So I'm pretty much running out of things to say here, apart from Wi-Fi's been junk and crap. But I was like thinking of, I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to take this camera to uni and stuff. So I perhaps will use a webcam when I'm in uni if I'm going to record stuff there, if I'm able to record stuff / get ability to get Wi-Fi there, which I should be able to because my accommodation's actually pretty sweet, it's brand new and stuff. So if I do manage to get stuff like that, then that's going to be cool, because I can either use my webcam, which is pretty bad quality, which means if I do post videos from uni it's going to be in worse quality, but then again, what's quality to people anyway, apart from, like, you know, emulators. Sorry, just the word emulator makes me feel sick. Anyway, I'm just joking. No, I'm not joking, seriously, just, no, I don't like emulators. I don't like them for Pokemon battles, pretty much. I can stand using emulators for, like, other games, like GBA games / DS games, because if I want to play them, then there's no other way I can other than emulator, unless I own the game, which I do with Sonic Advance, but I think I lost it. I've also lost Metroid Fusion, but that's why my Sonic Advance is on an emulator, and not me putting my camera in front of a DS screen, because that's just retarded. Like, trying to play Sonic while sticking your camera in front of it's just stupid. But emulators, yeah, it doesn't matter. So tell me if you don't mind about a change in quality and a reduction in quality, because that's all I'm going to be able to use, because this camera is actually not my personal one, it's the family one, but I pretty much abuse it for my battles because no one else uses it most of the time. And so if I'm going to do any games of any sort, it will most likely be on my webcam, which has decent enough quality, although it will be a reduction, but whatever, I keep going around in circles saying the same thing. So we're coming to the end of the match here. He misses his toxic, but I'm just going to focus punch him in the face using my Yeti in the face, and it will go down. So no, it doesn't go down actually, if I remember correctly. IIRC, as the elite people say, or the 1337 people say, it will destroy the Umbreon. So that was a good game, noob. iPown / Serebii guy, number 5 or whatever number, Serebii number I'm at. I'll just post the Serebii numbers in the title, you'll see. So comment, rate, subscribe, people. Sorry for the random narration today, it's pretty random, but I'll see you guys next time, and make sure to check out Moshpit, check out everything else, and I'll see you then. Goodbye.